Coming up on today's episode, we got a good one and into week 10. But I did start off right. Denver and the Raiders, that Thursday night football game was horrible. I don't know what I was watching. It wasn't football. But anyways, we get into the marquee matchups heading into the weekend and a new shakeup in my power rankings. No more nostalgia. We're doing it right this week. All right, everybody, welcome to another episode of Sports Talk from the Crib. I'm your host, Tanner Christian. We get into the NFL Week 10. A lot of great matchups headed into this week. We got some good ones for Sunday and Sunday night, Monday night. Like, we got some good primetime games, I think, this week as well. If you're new, episodes airing every Tuesday and now Saturday morning. So be on the lookout for the new show times. We're available on all streaming platforms. Check out the website, sportstalkfromthecrib.com. You stream the podcast on there as well. And check out our social media. We're at Feel the Heat Entertainment. It's Feel the Heat ENT. We're on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, X, TikTok. Go to the website. You can follow the links from there. It'll be a direct link showing up. So subscribe. We got Coco. We did it right. We're confident in that Bronco game on Thursday night. We're toward the end. We weren't so confident, but we got the W for Thursday night's game, so go check us out on the YouTube Shorts. You can see us make our game picks, including this Sunday for Week 10. So, let's just briefly talk about this Thursday night football game. And when I mean brief, I mean brief. Raiders won. The Broncos won. I forgot who won. That's how boring this game was. Broncos won 10-7. Not a whole lot went on. The Broncos, where they go, like 9 of 13. I don't know where Bo Nix was throwing the ball. Bo Nix was looking worse than Geno Smith in this game. If you could possibly look any worse than him this year. Bo Nix was trying to say, yes, I can. I think on 9 out of the 13 drives they had, they didn't even get a first down. It's 3 and out. What's going on with that Denver offense? Bo Nix was so erratic. People wide open all night long. Either underthrew, overthrew, not sacked. Like the great sound bit of the Raiders tell him he ain't going to snap the ball on 4th down, And, Raiders missed that kick to tie it up at 10. What was it, around like 5-minute mark or so in the fourth quarter? Maybe a little less than that. I forgot. It was just literally that boring. I'm like, this game's never going to end. We had a couple missed field goals, turnovers. Broncos even got a block punt, and they were down at the 10-yard line, didn't come away with anything. A field goal. Like, what's going on? It was just that bad. But the Broncos are 8-2. They are 8-2. They are still winning, and it's like, they better fix this. They must be fraudulent 8-2. They remind me of the Pittsburgh Steelers, what happened a few years back. Remember, they were winning all the games. You're like, how is Pittsburgh winning? Then they finally tailed off at the end. Yeah. Vikings, maybe last year they went 14-2. This tailed off the last 2 games. Maybe a little fraudulent. But we'll see what happens. They can still win the division. They have a good shot at winning the division. All right, let's get into that first marquee matchup I have on the list. Baltimore Ravens at the Minnesota Vikings. Lamar Jackson returned last week versus Miami on Thursday night, so it gets a little more extended break, feel a little more healthy, get back into some rhythm. So they came on victory there. I expect another good game here. Minnesota Vikings, JJ McCarthy. We saw what he did last week against Detroit. It was awesome. It's kind of like the first week he did when he faced Chicago. Then the second game against Atlanta, he got hurt. It was horrible. So we'll see how this is for JJ McCarthy. I'm interested to see how well he plays, how they attack Baltimore's defense. Remember, Baltimore's defense was horrible. I don't know what is with the defenses this year in the NFL. They've been playing better. But the first, 5 games set up 177 points. Whew. The last 3 games, 39. So he's seen an improvement, average about 13 points let up a game right now in the last 3 games. Can that continue? They're getting a little more healthy on that side of the ball. So interested to see that matchup and how they hold JJ McCarthy. Ravens 3-5, Vikings 4-4. So it's a big game for both of these teams. Ravens still favored despite being a few games out in that AFC North. Predictions are they expect Baltimore to be coming back, but this is a big one here. They could very well lose this game in Minnesota. Tough place to play. We'll see how Lamar Jackson in his 100th career start fares against Minnesota. Usually in the NFC, he has this crazy record against NFC teams. I think he's only lost maybe once. Quote me on it, but I believe that's what is the case. So Lamar Jackson usually lights it up on the NFC. The big win with the Vikings last week. You see Brian Flores, what he does with his blitzing schemes, because he decided like that whole second half against Detroit last week. So I'm blitzing the whole house is getting blitzed. So they made Jahmyr Gibbs saying, "You're not going to beat us. You're going to be in here blocking the rest of the game." And that's pretty much how they came away with that victory last week. So I'm interested to see how much Brian Flores decides to blitz, because, I think Lamar Jackson, the tight ends, is the key in this matchup for Baltimore going against that too. I think it'll be a lot of tight end. Mark Andrews, likely these guys will be open. So that's something to keep your eye on in this matchup. I think I don't know who to pick in this game. It's one of those ones just throw it up in the air. I think Baltimore can come away with this victory. I think they got a little bit back on track last week going against Miami and work on some things. So I'm just going to roll with Baltimore. So I don't know JJ McCarthy is going to be doing enough in this game to have him come away with a victory. Okay, the next one I have is a New England Patriots at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Buccaneers coming off a bye. Both these teams are leading their respectful division. Patriots at 7-2, Bucs 6-2. Drake Maye versus Baker Mayfield. I think I'm gonna like this one. It's a big game for both of them, and it's Drake Maye 17 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Baker Mayfield 13 TDs and 2 interceptions on the year. The Buccaneers are still going to be without Bucky Irvin. I think Chris Godwin's still going to be out. Mike Evans, of course, is out. He's on IR, so some key injuries still on the Buccaneers side of the ball, even coming off the bye. So it's something to be on the lookout. As for the Pats, Ramondre Stevenson is going to be out with a toe, and Kayshon Boutte is going to be out with the hamstring. So there's some offenses on their side of the ball as well. Patriots currently on that 6-game winning streak. Like I said, they're both winning their divisions. Patriots, yes, they're up a game on the Buffalo Bills. So it's a big game for them. And I'm interested to see this. So one of the key stats I put down for this, as New England's been winning without a real superior running game at all. It's been kind of very down for the most part of the year. They only had a couple of games where they rushed the ball well. But for the most part, it's just like they can't get above 50 yards. So the other stat here is Drake Maye. Why he's putting up these MVP numbers, why Stephon Diggs missed a few games. He's been back. It's been awesome. Now we got Boutte missing some games. Despite all this, he's put up, like I said, solid numbers, even while being sacked 34 times. Guess where that stands in the NFL already? That's second. The only person who's been sacked more is Cam Ward at 38. So that's a big thing with his offensive line. He's back there a lot, because the run game really isn't working so far this year. So he's back passing the ball a lot, but he's holding on to it at times too long because they don't really have anybody on the outside. Got Hunter Henry, good tight end. They could try to get the screen game going with the running backs a little bit, those short intermediate passes. And despite all that, like I said, he's in the MVP running. Like, he's played really well. So it's interesting to see how that goes because Todd Bowles, head coach for the Bucs, his defense in mind. He's going to be ready for this one. And Drake Maye's probably biggest test because he's actually going to face a defense that's going to throw him all these crazy looks. Buccaneers have sacked the QB 25 times. That's currently 5th in the NFL. So they know how to get out the quarterback. So like I said, I brought up that stat. the offensive line, Drake Maye taking all those sacks. Are they going to be able to protect him going against this defense? Because Todd Bowles, he's going to bring it to him. So that's one of the big matchups in the Patriots defense. Let's go flip it over. They're the worst team in the league, despite only letting up. I believe they only let up 18.8 points per game. That's sixth in the NFL. But they are the worst red zone defense in the entire league. The worst. So if Tampa can get in the red zone, Baker does his magic. Use Rashad White, use Johnson, maybe utilize Kate Otton a little bit more in this game at tight end. We know they're down. You still got Buka, the great rookie. So utilize these guys in the red zone. New England is the worst. So we'll see that matchup. Like I said, can the Patriots key to victory? Can they protect Drake Maye? Can their red zone defense hold up when Tampa gets in there? Because Tampa's going to be able to score. Tampa likes to score, despite of all the injuries on the offensive side of the ball. So that's a great matchup. And then can the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on their side take advantage of them being the worst in the red zone? So key matchup, key points for the teams to win. I'm still going to roll with Tampa. I think the run game will be a little bit hard because Patriots are good against the run. I'm still rolling Tampa at home because I believe in Baker Mayfield. I don't know if Drake Maye, this losing that second wide out too. I don't know if they're going to be able to distribute the ball around a lot in this one going up against that Buccaneers D that is fifth in sacks. So Drake Maye, man, it's 34 times. He may get sacked. He may go past Cam Ward. I think the Titans are on a bye, right? He may come out of this one as the QB that's been sacked the most this year. And that's why I'm going to roll with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The other big matchup, man, we got a good one here. The LA Rams, San Francisco 49ers, key NFC West matchup. Rams at 6-2, Niners 6-3. Looks like Mac Jones is going to make another start. Matthew Stafford, I don't know. It's like cheating the bottle, man. This guy just keeps playing good. And he may be off to his best season. Are you kidding me? Like, this is crazy numbers. 2,147 passing yards, 21 TDs, 2 interceptions. And just in the last 5 games, this man has thrown for 16 touchdowns and no interceptions. He's been on fire. Meanwhile, on the other side of the ball, Christian McCaffrey's pretty much been the whole offense for San Francisco because every wide receiver seems to be hurt every week, every other week. You name it, they're hurt. He has 596 rushing yards, 4 touchdowns on the year, and already 61 catches for 626 yards and 4 touchdowns. Guy's already been over 1,000 yards combined scrimmage yards. They won the first matchup. Remember that first matchup? The Rams, it's like they had the game won, but they just let the Niners keep hanging around. They lost in overtime. So the Niners won 26-23 in the first matchup of the year in overtime. So it will be interesting to see how Matthew Stafford and this Rams offense can attack this Niners defense. It seems like every team has just been detrimental. Injuries, man. And the Niners are one of them on the defensive side of the ball. So first matchup, it looked like the Rams were moving the ball. They just got into the dead zone, it seemed like at times. Matt Stafford missed some key throws and whatnot in that fourth quarter especially. So we'll see who bounces back from this. I'm just going to roll with the Rams because they're red hot because Puka's back. Remember, he left the game again last week because of an injury. He's going to play. I like Matthew Stafford, Puka, and Devontae Adams, man. I like the combo there. Kyron Williams coming out of the backfield. I'm rolling with the Rams in this one, the key NFC West matchup. So that's who I got. Coco. She's been bothering me this whole episode. You know that? You've been bothering me this whole episode. Get in my lap, flipping your toy around. That's who keeps making this noise. Keep having to move myself. You want to take part in this podcast? I'll get you up here. Literally, I'm sitting right next to me. Okay. Don't worry. We're going to be doing game picks for Sunday morning, all right? No worries. You're going to be part of this. Co-host, interruptions. But I tell you what. Let's get into this next week matchup, NFL 10, Week 10. Steelers at the Chargers. Keep having the Steelers up in here. This is such an interesting team. Like Chargers R2. This is Steelers 5-3, Chargers 6-3. Last week, we finally put the Colts, in my power rankings top 5. I was finally believing. I was like, you know what? I mean, we're halfway through the season. I gotta believe in them, right? And then Danny Dimes goes out there and does 6 turnovers. So I was like, oh my. Back to reality. It finally hit. So the Steelers defense made the Colts turn over 6 times. They've been abysmal for the most part this year, just like the other teams, It's like pretty much the entire AFC North. But Steelers got after it. TJ Watt made some plays. They got after the quarterback. Made Daniel Jones in that number 1 ranked Indianapolis offense look very subpar and made Danny Dimes go back to how he used to be. So we'll see how the Steelers defense can they do it 2 weeks in a row, play great defense or not. Can they force turnovers? Because they don't force turnovers, it's just trouble for this defense. As for the Chargers, key injury, man, last week. Joe Alt, he returned. The running game was always looking great. And immediately when this guy goes out, they cannot run the ball at all. He missed half of the season almost already, and he came back for only a couple of games, but couldn't run in the first half. Plays the 2 games, all of a sudden, Kimani Vidal looks awesome. It looks like, wow, this guy's good, right? Because Marion Hampton's still on IR. But then last week, it's like Joel goes down, we can't run the ball 5 yards. So this is a huge injury at tackle for this Chargers. We'll see how that goes because he'll be blocking T.J. Watt. Now T.J. Watt's going to be coming off the edge. Looks like Mekhi Becton's going to return. We'll see if he lasts the game. He's been in and out a lot these last few weeks, the guard. So it's a big matchup. Can Steelers get after Justin Herbert? Because we know they got the weapons. Oronde Gadsden, second, man, at tight end. Boy, this guy is special. The guy in the 5th round, he's been playing like Antonio Gates-esque like at the tight end spot for the Chargers, looking awesome. So we'll see how they utilize him. I think he'll be a key part in this game on Sunday night prime time. I expect Gas can get utilized a lot, in going up the seams and utilizing that middle of the field to attack this Pittsburgh defense. Who I got? I'm rolling with the Chargers. I like the Chargers, man. They've I don't know. I've always been a fan of them. I've been a fan of Justin Herbert. I should have been in Miami. But anyways, I got the Chargers in this one. Ruin Aaron Rodgers. Come on, man. Guys, I don't another primetime game though for him, huh? But I got the Chargers. I'm just going with the Chargers. Leave it at that. Monday Night Football. Get this one real quick. Eagles 6-2, Packers 5-2-1. I just really don't know what to think about either of these teams because last week, Green Bay lost to the Carolina Panthers at home. It's like, what were you doing? Let's look at a trap game. Oh, this is too easy. But that seems to be Green Bay Packers' problem this year. And this doesn't make sense. You've lost to the Carolina Panthers at home, the Cleveland Browns, and they tied against the Cowboys. Like, those are 3 teams. They should not lose to those teams. And here we are, big primetime matchup. Jalen Hurts, Philadelphia Eagles, and they're at home on Monday night in Green Bay, Lambeau Field. I think that Jordan Love's going to have a good game. I think they're so sporadic. They lose the games they should win with the games they ain't supposed to be winning. Like, I expect them. Can they contain Saquon and the run game? A.J. Brown, is he going to actually get the ball thrown to him? We don't know about the Eagles either. So this matchup is just throw it up in the air, flip a coin, whatever you want to do. Land on it, and hopefully one of these 2 teams show up like they're capable of showing up and put together a good game. I'm just going to roll with the Packers because they're at home. Jordan Love, bounce back game. Why not? I'm rolling with the Packers. Pray for me. All right, let's get into this week's 10 power rankings. I shook it up a lot, because of the nostalgia effect. I just put the Chiefs at number 1. Oh, I'm taking the Chiefs off. No worries, guys. Power rankings this week at number 5. We're going to start with them. I kept them in it. I'm roll with the Indianapolis Colts despite the loss last week versus Pittsburgh. They're still 7-2. I got them at number 5. It has made those big trade for Sauce Gardner, but now key injury has happened. Defensive tackle DeForest Buckner is going to be put on IR. He may return. He has a neck injury. That is huge. He's a very, very underrated player for this team. He may not look at it all in that stat sheet every week, but the amount of pressures he puts on the QB is just one of the best in the league. So that could be a huge, huge loss for that defensive line. We'll see how that fares. They only faced Atlanta this week. I think they get by them. Okay, then they hopefully DeForest Buckner is able to return this year. At number 4, I got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're 6-2. I put them at number 4 this week. Big game this week with New England is going to determine this, right? New England, I currently do not have in my top 5. So I got the Bucs at 6-2. I believe in Baker Mayfield, believe in this team. Even when they get some of these guys back as the season goes on, they're the team to beat and one of the best teams in the NFC. So I got them at number 4. At number 3, I got the Buffalo Bills. Big win last week against Kansas City Chiefs, moving them to 6-2. There's a game back of the New England Patriots in this division. So, I know the Patriots leading them division right now, but I can't put it all back into the. But they have one easy schedule going on for this year. I think New England can get the 13 wins, but the Bills can too. It's going to be neck and neck between the Patriots and Bills in the race for this division. But I got the Bills currently at number 3. Even though there was kind of just let the Chiefs and Pat Mahomes hang around last week, even with that missed field goal. So got them at number 3. So the number 2, Seattle Seahawks. I put them up there, man. I don't believe this defense is all over. They get the sacks. I mean, Sam Darnold and Jackson Smith and Jigba, like, what in the world, man? It's the best connection in the league. They just added Rashid Shaheed from New Orleans to come over and play wide receiver opposite end of him. So before the trade deadline, I like Seattle. They're up here. The NFC West is stacked. And I got Seattle at number 2 as the best team right now in heading into Week 10. Number 1, I'm sticking with the Eagles. They're 6-2. They wrap up my top 5. They're still number 1. Of course, big game this Monday night in Green Bay. Even when they lose this, like, give the ball to A.J. Brown. You got Saquon Barkley and A.J. Brown on that offense. They each should just get at least 10 targets. 10 plus 10. Saquon's got to get 15 plus. A.J. Brown needs like 10 targets a game. The guy is that good. So that guy still got number 1. Defending champs. They did the same thing last year. Friction. Oh, not happy. Can I get traded? Did not trading you. We're going to go win this thing again. And I think they're the team to beat in the NFC and in the NFL for that matter. So there wraps up my Week 10 power rankings. How do y'all think about this one? Is this better than last week's? I think these teams right here are going to be sitting at the top at the end of this season. All right, that's going to wrap up today's episode. One thing for joining me here on Sports Talk from the Crib with your favorite sports host, Tanner Christian. New episodes every Tuesday, now Saturday morning. Go check it out. It's available on all streaming platforms. Website, sportstalkfromthecrib.com. We're streaming the podcast on there. As well as check out our social media at Feel the Heat Entertainment, Feel the Heat ENT. We're on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, X, TikTok, you name it, we on it. Go subscribe to YouTube. We can see Cocoa Beans picks for the Week 10 games. We're going to do that on Sunday, so be on the lookout for that. Thank y'all for joining me. Another one in the books. Enjoy the weekend. See y'all on Tuesday.